Welcome friends to another Halo video. Today we're going to look at Reach, one of the pivotal places in the history of Halo lore. We're going to look how it was established, what was there, and then in very brief amounts we're going to look at its fall and what happened after that. Those parts will be very brief and I'll come back to them in more detail in a future video. Under Project Outbound, Epsilon Eridani II was settled by humans. The Project Outbound that we refer to, as the encyclopedia tells it, is an exploration and colonization initiative created after the first improved slip space drives began to enter production in 2310. This colonization was helped by the massive vessel Odyssey. Upon reaching the planet, the ship was deconstructed and used to create terraforming installations to make it more hospitable. And once it was established, many more humans went there to accept the challenges of homesteading on a new world. There were several phases to the terraforming, but by 2390 the first one was complete. Much of the UNSC's admin and technical infrastructure was moved to Epsilon at this point, and with that there, a lot of corporate investment was made. Included and bounded within this was the construction of the first extrasolar shipyard facilities and material refineries. Then more things were added. A space elevator, outposts and scanning sites were also put into place around both of the planet's moons. With Reach established and humanity moving there in vast numbers, many of the other planets in the area also took on humans and were established for many different things, from educational facilities to biospheres for conserving wildlife. Later, around the period of the Insurrection and Covenant War, Reach bore the brunt of building warships and training people, treating casualties, and the sad task of keeping count of the dead. And the people of Reach became Earth's protection, Earth's shield. But it was also the place that suffered the most from the loss of rich trade routes and the movement of injured refugees. By 2535, the encyclopedia notes that a third of Reach's population was under arms, and that Epsilon Eridani was on a permanent war footing. And it was around this time that in the Highland Mountains, where there were already many UNSC training complexes and top secret research facilities, that the Spartan 2 project took root. So you can see Reach in the area were very ready for war, but the Covenant were also ready for humanity. When they reached this planet, they crushed the forces before them. Initially there was a Covenant stealth team that removed a critical comms relay, and then not long after, mere weeks, the massive amount of the Covenant fleet arrived, and Reach's orbital defences were destroyed. Now there were casualties on the Covenant side as well, but not enough. And those that remained systematically bombarded every population centre and military base they could find, until most ships were recalled. After what remained of the surface of the planet was destroyed further by Covenant cleansing beams, which removed what remained from the initial bombardment. For those few people that remained behind, kill squads stalked them, taking lives where they found them, and a devastating nuclear winter descended onto the dying planet. Later, when the Great Schism causes the Covenant to fall apart, the ships that were there turned against each other, ending their occupation of Reach. And the encyclopedia says the final death toll is officially estimated at 650 million. But there was hope a little later. Reach was marked as a priority place to be rehabilitated. New terraforming systems were fit, and it would not be long before surviving Rivians, bound to the fate of their homeworld, returned once more, eager to prove that Reach's best years were ahead of it.